afternoon. I'm Rachel Simmons, and that's Amanda Rose.
And welcome to the AV League's 5th broadcast.
To commemorate this momentous occasion, we've officially changed our name to 1515 Now.
Up next, we have Jackie with the weather,
followed by Jake with sports news.
Take it away, Jackie.
Hey, it's Jackie Leibowitz ready to give you the weather for this week. Monday looks like it's going to be partly cloudy with a low of 65 and a high of 79. Tuesday, we can be expecting a few scattered thunderstorms with a low of 59 and a high of 76. Wednesday, partly cloudy again with a low of 57 and a high of 76. Thursday is going to be mostly cloudy with a low of 58 and a high of 77. Friday, it'll be sunny with a low of 59 and a high of 78. This has been Jackie Leibowitz with the weather, brought to you by weather.com.
Guys, I'd like to start off by saying sorry to everybody for missing the last broadcast, but I am back this week. This week's game of the week is the boys baseball game against Bishop McLaughlin.
In this week's game of the week, the Patriots visited Bishop McLaughlin in order to take on the District Rival Hurricanes. Ace Bryce Benedict was on fire, only giving up 4 runs in as many innings and pitching 5 strikeouts. In our pitcher play of the game, Dominic Sicardo hits a solo home run in the top of the 5th inning in order to break the 5-5 tie. The Patriots would tack on 2 more runs and never look back as they beat the Hurricanes in a close one, 8-6.
In other baseball news, the boys have gone 3-1 over the past 2 weeks after defeating Canterbury 8-4, Santa Fe Catholic 11-1, and Bishop McLaughlin 8-6, and only losing to Brooks to Bartow. For softball, the girls have gone 2-1 over the past 2 weeks after defeating Brooks to Bartow 17-2 and Bishop McLaughlin 17-3, only losing to Academy of the Holy Names. In tennis, the girls have stayed undefeated after defeating Tampa Prep in 1 meet and Berkeley Prep in 3 out of 3 meets. The boys also defeated Berkeley Prep in 3 out of their 3 meets, but lost both their meets against Tampa Prep with 2 tough scores. I'm Jake McAllister with your sports segment. Tune in next broadcast for the game of the week. See you guys at the game.
Yay, some more thunder. Do you think we'll have another power outage like last time?
I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe. Okay, next we have the pop culture segment with our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
And then, Matthew gives us a look and a lesson on an important day in history for Lithuania.
Hey kids, Leo here with today's pop culture segment. Today I'll be filling you in on the films of the amazing Spider-Man. It all started in 2002 with the web slinger's first ever motion picture, simply titled Spider-Man. Being the first film, Spider-Man 1 had to establish an origin for those not familiar with the storyline. It follows the story of Peter Parker, a smart but bullied teen that ends up getting bitten by a genetically mutated spider that ends up giving him special abilities, such as the ability to sling webs out of his wrists, or to daydream about paper airplanes. His first major villain was the Green Goblin, who was the father of Peter's friend Harry. The original Green Goblin mask was a movable goblin-like face, but because actor Willem Dafoe refused to wear it, it was altered, looking like a green Power Ranger. 2 years after the successful film came Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is known by most as the best of the 3 original Spider-Man films, which I can agree with, mainly because of Peter's hilariously unnecessary scream before he saves Mary Jane. 4 years later, Spider-Man 3 had arrived, concluding director Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. It was mainly advertising the black suit and the oncoming villain known as Venom. Unfortunately, this was not the case. The film mainly revolved around Harry Osborn and 2 short battles with the Sandman, with Venom not even making an appearance until the last 45 minutes. The black suit, however, was incorporated throughout a majority of the film, but not without Peter going through an emo hair phase in a dance sequence. Now, Spider-Man 4 was in talks, with the same cast and crew, but there were disagreements regarding the villain. Director Sam Raimi wanted a film with the Vulture, but Sony Pictures insisted on having the Lizard. Eventually, all plans were scrapped, and the film was cancelled, and the series had to be rebooted. Regardless of the fans' wishes, Sony went ahead and made The Amazing Spider-Man. The marketing for the film, in total, revealed 25 minutes of the film, including the final battle with the Lizard on the Oscorp Tower. Like Raimi-directed films, the Webb-directed films will also be formed into a trilogy, with the next installment being released on May 2nd, 2014. I'm Leo Stoller. Thanks for watching.
During the 19th century, a cultural revival occurred in Russian-dominated Lithuania. The revival, along with the signing of the Brest-Litovsk Treaty between Russia and Germany, gave Lithuania independence. In the 1940s, both Soviet and Nazi forces occupied Lithuania until it was liberated in 1944 with a communist regime installed. Later, in the 1980s, when Lithuania was a part of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev's openness policy caused Lithuania to reassess its identity, and on this day in history, March 11, Lithuania declared independence from the Soviet Union in the year 1990. My name is Matthew Pittarelli, and I'll see you next time on This Day in History.
And we're back. Let's just cut to the chase this time.
Agreed. This week's word is calisthenics.
Calisthenics is an exercise, like jumping jacks or pull-ups, that people do to stay in shape or to get in better shape.
Doing calisthenics usually involves simple movements, like stretching, jumping, bending, and kicking. You know, just stuff that doesn't really involve any equipment in general.
Kids typically do calisthenics for PE, like, push-ups, for example.
Ew, I hate push-ups.
Yeah, same. I think my least favorite part of that exercise actually is the pushing up part. If there were a calisthenic called Fall Down, I think I'd be pretty set. I'd actually probably end up winning awards.
I would too. Word provided by Vocabulary.com.
Well, that's all for today's broadcast. Once again, I'm Rachel, and that's Amanda. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, look. I have sock puppets!
Oh my god. That's just a sock on your hand.